The following is a Broncos Broadcast Network production.
Welcome to the Broncos Broadcasting Network. I'm Alec.
And I'm Ethan. Welcome back, Broncos, to your first day of the 2023-2024 school year. And these are the stories for this morning's broadcast. We take a look at some information about finding your way around DHS.
We also have some advice for our newer students.
We also have information on electives offered here at DHS. BBN News begins now.
Today is Friday, which is National Son and Daughter Day, and also National Hip Hop Day. If today is your birthday, you share a birthday with Chris Hemsworth, Joe Rogan, Steve Wozniak, and Hulk Hogan. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. Davenport High School has a range of electives from television production to dance. Here is Santiago with information on some of our electives.
Davenport High School, a very huge school with many classes. But you know what makes this school special? The electives. We have many interesting electives that many high schools will wish to have. Come see what we got.
Spanish 1, it's basic Spanish. So everything we do, we have games, we have readings, we have a lot of cognates. So everything that you learn here is very basic, but we are a very colorful class. So we do music, we have a lot of ways of teaching.
2D art, if you think about why someone's artwork looks better than others, we kind of figure that out. What you do to put artwork together to make it look good. So anything 2D, so we're practicing with pencil, paint, charcoal, chalk, with a paint, watercolor, acrylic, tempera. We're practicing all those things, but we're also practicing the skills to make better artists. Be that how it's put on the paper and the skills that it takes with pencil and value, and we're learning how to put the elements and principles of art together to make good artwork.
The culinary class is a rigid program. I run the class just like I would a restaurant kitchen, which is where I have all my experience from after graduating culinary school. So the program is looking for people that are going to be hardworking and dedicated and want to learn what it's really like to be in this profession.
We literally sit down and analyze what it is that kids want to do. We work on resumes, we work on college applications, we work on learning to sew, hand sewing, machine sewing, creating outfits.
From BBN News, I'm Santiago.
Today's ACT word of the day is aloof. Aloof means not friendly or forthcoming. His aloof response at lunch made her look up. Some new and veteran students may find it hard to find their way around Davenport High School due to its size and confusing room numbers. Ashley has more information to help you find your way around.
The new year is here, and we're here to help the new guys find their way around. There are a few key points you'll need to understand when trying to find your way around the school. The first major point is the building numbers. Building 1 is likely where you'll be spending most of your time. This is the school's largest and most obvious building. Most of the core classes and some electives you'll take will be found here. You'll also find the main office, nurse's office, and guidance counselors and library. Building 2 will probably be the favorite of most students. Here you'll find the gymnasium, cafeteria, culinary classes, and fashion lab. Building 3 is where our artists can find their passion. Here we have our theater classes like acting and theater tech. You can also find orchestra, band, and chorus. And finally, here you can also find classes like ceramics, 2D, and 3D art. Another building you should know but might not see often is Building 4. This is our agriculture building. Here you'll learn about agricultural practices as well as work in our greenhouse. Behind the school, you'll find all of our athletic fields. There, you'll find our football and soccer fields, tennis courts, baseball and softball fields. So now that you know where everything is, you'll need to know how to read the area. Each building has its rooms organized by a series of numbers and letters. For example, if you were looking for room 01231A, the first number, 01, tells you what building you should be heading to. In this instance, you'd be looking for building 1. If you were to read 02, you should be heading to building 2 instead. The numbers after the dash will break the room into more specific locations. The 2 in 231 indicates the room is on the second floor. The next two numbers are the label for what we call the pods. The pods are the hallways within the main halls where you'll find the classrooms. And finally, the letter at the end indicates the room within the pod. This is important because all the other rooms in the pod will share the same numbers, but only the room you're looking for will have that letter. You'll also be likely to notice some people referring to the A, B, and C side of the main building. When remembering which side of the school is which, you want to think about if you were to look at the main building from the front as if you were about to enter the main office. The side of the school towards the cafeteria and student parking is the A side. The middle of the school is the B side, and the side across from the arts building and towards the bus loop is the C side. This is just about all you need to know to find your way around the school. But if you're ever lost or need help, don't be afraid to ask staff around the school or your peers for help. This is Ashley Ramirez signing off for the Broncos Broadcasting Network.
Summer is now over, and students at DHS will start to ease into their school day routine. Here is Nathan with some advice for our students.
Freshman year is the first year of high school, which means the first step to take to your future before becoming an adult. This year is the start to build your own future, and it's important to start it the right way. Do you have any advice towards upcoming freshmen?
One thing I would say is to no matter how scared you are about meeting new people, just branch out because you're gonna see them for the next 4 years of their life, so might as well be friends with them and get to know them.
Make a friend with a teacher because you're gonna need them. That's all.
I would say I recommend joining lots of clubs or a few so you can make lots of friends. And I recommend the ladies class. So it's really fun. You get to meet lots of people and become friends with almost all the staff.
Just learn to simulate and follow instructions. Not rules, just instructions. It will make their lives easier, their work easier, and it just will build a more cohesive experience.
My advice to the freshmen is just follow expectations for each teacher. Once they do that, everything is going to be okay.
I would say to never be afraid to speak to your teachers. We are always more understanding than you think that we are. So take every opportunity that you can to just let us know how you're feeling, as well as if you need extra help, because that's exactly what we're here for. And that's what we want to provide for you. And we're always willing to help someone who just comes up to us and says, hey, can I get some help?
This is Nathan Jeffrey with the Broncos Broadcasting Network.
Thank you for joining us today for Broncos News. I'm Alec.
And I'm Ethan. Have an awesome Friday, Broncos.